is starting off right. Monday night, and 2K Sports presents the NBA. And tonight, we've got the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Raptors. On Wednesday, they'll head out on the road to face the Pistons in Detroit. And then on Friday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Portland Trail Blazers.
And that game against Memphis, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. They've got MP. He's out there with Ball. Miller is out there with Jared Allen. And it's Salon in at the 4 slot. And for Toronto, they've got Dick. He's out there with Scotty Barnes. And it's Edwards in at the 2. And there's certainly an added challenge, right, Clark, in the second game of a back-to-back.
And you always wonder in that case, could fatigue play a role in deciding this game? You know, back-to-backs are hard, but there's no excuses. Everybody has to play them, so you deal with it and make the most of it.
Now here's Edwards. Over MP. Edwards can't hit. MP outside. Miller outside. Shoots over Dick. Shots good by Miller.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Down low. Releases. Did. That's good.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. The question for them right now, can they maintain this winning streak? They've notched 11 in a row.
Just a fun team to watch when you get right to it. I mean, the way they're executing at both ends of the floor, it seems like they're getting better each game. Communication, ball control, ball security, defensively. They are very adaptable, and we've seen how they adjust, always learning and constantly tweaking the winning formula.
Here is Edwards, following the 3 by Charlotte. A three-pointer, no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
It's Dick on the wing, covered by Miller. Outside Edwards. It's the three-point bomb.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
In the corner, it's MP. Miller outside, fires the 3, and again, Charlotte with the triple.
We'll come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth in long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Edwards. Dead wide open. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Charlotte has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Ball no good.
They have been rolling. That's their first miss of the game.
Here's Dick, covered by Miller. There's the pick. Dick, that's good. Dick's got his second basket of the night.
He's looking confident right from the opening tip.
Outside, Ball. Takes it inside. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists in the game. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And here's Edwards from the arc. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Here's Dick. 5 points in the game. Barnes can't get it to go.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And he gets it to go. Salon's got 5.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
This should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And so here's Charlotte after Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Allen with the screen for Miller. Barnes grabs the miss.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
That's good. And here is Ball. Pass to MP. Miller outside. On the way. And he nails the jumper. He has 7.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Oh, here's Edwards. His last outing was on 4 and 22. Barnes outside. Here's Fredrickson. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. To the inside. The kick out to Ball. Miller surveying the floor. Moves back up. Nails the baby hook.
That's simply an outstanding play. Working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Raptors trail by 8. They've been looking at a sink offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Back to Edwards. Inbounds. Charlotte takes possession. Now we have a chance to pay homage to the Eastern Conference Player of the Week, MVP.
He's been absolutely electric for his team. And the way he's been able to finish plays and just take a hold of the offense at that off-guard spot is more than deserving of recognition.
Check in for Grady Dick. Barnes up top. Driving inside. And again, Toronto no up. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They're leading by 8. And good that time.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here's Toronto. Barnes passes to Potter. They set the pick. Puts up a 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the deep.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Miller kicks to MP. Outside, Ball. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his 6th assist on the night. Pass to Smith. Here's Potter. Off target from outside. Charlotte leading by 10. Here's MP. And tonight he sends it right off the glass. And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. Quarters check in for Charlotte. Mason Daniels comes in for Ball. Barnes outside. To the paint. Here's Potter. Out to Edwards. And he's trying to take it right on top of Brandon Miller.
Show us what you got, young fella. Anthony Edwards. Love to see you operate like that.
And that last one brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Here's Daniels. A beautiful reverse layup. And the Hornets lead by 10.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
Smith. Basket counts.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Charlotte's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. MP outside. Porter passes to MP. That's the free fly. And it's Toronto with the rebound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort effort so far.
Here's Potter. Clock at 6. Back to Edwards. Over Miller. Edwards can't hit.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Miller finds Porter. Now Daniels launches it. Nailed from three-point land. Daniels has got his second bucket tonight.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Now, MP. After Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Allen, a screen on Edwards. Miller with a wide open look. Here's Allen. The layup missed.
And you can see the defender's afraid to kind of get it his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean...
If the defense doesn't lock him up and leaves a gap, MP pretty much has to make the pass there.
Here's Potter. He has 5.
2 minutes left in the first.
Pass to Edwards. Over Miller. Edwards, good. Edwards got 7 points.
Built like a linebacker, Edwards is not your average off guard, folks.
Anthony Edwards is a classic two-guard, Clark, a spectacular player. What has impressed you most about his development?
Well, he's got a great body. He had it when he got into the league after just 1 year of college. Tremendous basketball body, strength and length and bounce. Now he's worked on refining his skill. I think the biggest thing that's impressed me is not only his work ethic, but his poise. He's not a guy that plays frantically. He plays with intentionality and purpose, and that's a tough thing to do when you've got his athletic ability and you're as young as he is.
NP outside. There's Miller with the 3. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 8th assist here tonight. Outside Edwards. 44 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And Miller puts it down hard.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge too. Don't discount that.
Smith, no luck.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yes, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. MP passes to Porter. Charlotte moving it around. Allen with the screen for Miller. And the 3 off top. And so it's Brandon Miller making highlights for Charlotte. What an amazing... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, pretty much in control here, it would appear.
In that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
We've got Wells. Smith is out there with Bird. Then it's Barnes. And it's Martin in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Warriors was a minimum issue. He added 29 points, and as expected, he distributed the rock and got his team teammates involved. One of the great performances I've seen in all my years, and I really mean that. Back to you guys.
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely down. Greg, he'd love to match
Come
that
on,
performance
boy.
tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
For sure, and draws so much defensive attention that it opens up opportunities for others.
Barnes outside. Pass to Wells. Now here is Smith. A three. It's good from long range. Smith's got 7 points.
They're making a few more threes this quarter, which should help them cut into that deficit.
In the corner, it's MP. Oh, and here comes Smith. All alone. Good. And it's Bird picking up the assist. 9 points for Smith.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
Back to ball. Here's MP. Right through contact. MP.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
It's hauled in by the Raptors. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
There's Ball with the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 10 points for him.
Defense must honor Ball's three-point shot. He's more than ready to snipe away if you give him the opportunity to do so.
Inside. Here's Barnes. And the shot falls short this time.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
MP way outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Raptors trail by 18. Beyond the arc. Barnes can't get it to go. And here's MP. They'll bring it up for Charlotte. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
Love the determination. MP comes right at you.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Martin with a screen on Ball. Smith kicks to Bird. It's good. The assist time from Smith. Bird's got 5.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
For 3. So long, no good. Toronto's gone 2 or 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Pass to Bird. Here's Martin. Here's Wells. Second shot opportunity, and the layup is up and in. Wells has got his first basket of the night.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Bird against MP. Outside Wilkins. Shoots a 3. Good on the triple. Wilkins has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Hornets.
Sweet dime there by MP.
MP against Bird. Pass to Wells. On the wing, Barnes. Here's Bird. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. So it's Charlotte controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Welcome, everybody. Let's get right to it. It's been nothing short of a tremendous challenge for the Toronto Raptors.
They couldn't shut down the lane. Only thing that would stop that is prime check. Maybe two of me.
Now, that is a scary sight. Two of you.
Well, we're gonna need a bigger fridge, Arnie.
Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
Taking a look here now at Toronto. This is when it starts to get real. You pass the opening night energy. You're not as well rested as you were in the offseason.
Yeah, it's time to show us what you really can do.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Brandon Miller has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Setting the floor for the Hornets. We've got Ball. He's out there with MP. Jared Allen is out there with Miller. And it's Salon in the force. Back to Dick. Outside Edward. Offline with his three.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Bangs home the trifecta. Great to look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense, other times it's to ignite it.
Edwards against MP. Pass to Edwards. The kick out to Barnes. No good with the triple.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
To the middle. And it's Allen with the jam.
You know, guys, all it takes is inside positioning. As soon as you give Allen that, it's pretty much a wrap.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Potter. The step back jumper is good. Potter's got 10 points.
You know, next time he has that much space, he should just go straight up with it and leave the fadeaway at home. Park that fadeaway, take the shot that's available.
Pass to Salon. Now, MP. And a miss there on the triple.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
And that one's good, ball.
That was just a perfect possession. Getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
Here's Salon. Kicks it out to MP. Miller outside. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. And that's 19 points from Brandon Miller. Toronto's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Allen's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Tries it in.
Have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent pass.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Here's Edwards. Plenty of room around him, and it's good. He's got 11.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you gotta love that action.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to MP. Here's Salon. He has 7. And here is MP. Shoots the 3. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got 5 rebounds tonight. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes going by. Edwards with another miss. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And Salon gets it to go.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years, I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't work without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too. So I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. And the Hornets making a change here. Porter's checked in. Trains the three-pointer. It's got 12 in the game.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
We're at 6, the three-pointer.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Pass to Edwards. Nobody near Barnes. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And eye for an eye, both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
MP kicks to Porter. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Toronto, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Pass to Dick. A 3. And the Raptors hit it in from deep.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
On the way, Miller. Teardrop shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Grady Dick. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Hornets.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
How great have they been? I mean, shooting the ball from outside the arc, they have absolutely been lights out.
Potter, the pass to Barnes. Now here's Edwards. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. Barnes has got 3 assists in the game. Charlotte leading by 20. Ball, the pass to MP. Miller kicks to Porter. Pass to MP. Deep. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
He's starting to feel it. He's in a groove here in the second half.
Here's Potter. He's got 10. It's stolen by Allen. MP passes to Porter. Second chance shot. And it's good on the way up. Porter's got his first 2 points of the night.
Even with the D right in his face, Porter Jr. gets it to go down. That took a lot of concentration.
To the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Barnes? He's putting up about 21 points per 8 rebounds and 5 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Smith checked in for Toronto. Charlotte also making some changes. Ford's checked in, and Delano Banton's subbed in for Miller. Smith scanning the floor. Left side, Edwards. Can't hit from 12. For Charlotte, they've gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Count that one. MP's got 8 in the quarter.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Potter, the pass to Barnes. And here's Edwards. A fadeaway. That one drops for him. Edwards got 15 points.
Really like what Edwards did there, assertive in the two-man game.
MP outside. Charlotte moving the ball around. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points for the... Some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Anthony Edwards out there with Smith. Then there's Wells. Then there's Scotty Barnes. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. The Raptors making a switch here. Potter's checked in. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. And stolen by MP. Lays it in off the breakaway. MP's got 10 points in just the second half.
Doing it all on his own. MP is self-service.
Smith for 3. Poke loose.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Toronto's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Pass to Potter. Oh, good on the 3.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get on court here.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
That's exactly how you do it. Defender pressing up on you, you press right back.
Regarding court layout, Clark, do you think there should be more space around the court to reduce collisions?
Yeah, part of me would say that makes a lot of sense and would be true. I mean, you got to balance that with access to fans who want to be for those premium seats as close to the action as possible. But it is difficult when you see a fan collide with the players. So I think you balance it. I would like to see a little more room, give the fans the experience and access, but maybe create a little more cushion between the playing surface and those high-priced seats.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
It's tipped. Dick with the steal. 5-on-3 break. And the layup falls.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know, you don't get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's it starts. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
Pass to Salon. Clark, I've always heard that every team went on the road will have a team dinner.
You know, that's typically a practice that most teams employ, and those dinners are memorable, especially if the food is good. But more than the food, I think it's the camaraderie and the bonding that takes place when you break bread together, coaches and players.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Pass to Salon. A Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Oh, here's Edwards, covered by MP. Can't hit the free throw line jump, and it's the Hornets ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Allen finds Wilkins. Back to Allen. Starks with him. In the corner, it's MP. Pass to Salon. Just 5 on the clock. Off target from three-point range. After shooting 41% for the game. Barnes. A jam shot, but it's good off the front iron.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Here's Salon. Back to MP.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
Wilkins outside. On the wing, MP. Latrey. That's down the hash. Adds one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
Another one for MP, giving the fans their money's worth here.
Barnes outside. Here's Potter, covered by Starks. He gets it in there.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Charlotte has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Charlotte moving the ball around. On the wing, Starks. Edwards against MP. Jacks up a 3. And it's Potter with the rebound. After shooting around 37% in the fourth quarter, the minutes starting to wear on them.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Hornets.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And it'll advance the win total up to 12 on the season.
And they're going to close them out here for the second time this year. This gives them a season series lead of 2-0 with just one game left to play against Toronto.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for MP.
Well, his defense was tremendous tonight. Really, really high level. He was a pest, forced the opponents into a lot of turnovers.
Here's Allen, and it's denied.
Oh, it's gonna do it.
Edwards against Allen. Edwards can't hit.
We're already by 33.
Starks outside. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. A resounding victory for